Bear down, Chicago Bears. Welcome to Bears Latest. I'm Dan Levy, Fan Art Sports. The Green Bay Packers suck. Yeah, I know they won, but they still suck. What's going on? Welcome back into the show. And once again, we have a pretty action-packed, fun show for you as we make our way into prepping for this weekend's game against the Detroit Lions. And Ben Johnson makes his return to the D after coming to Chicago now as a Bears head coach. I'm not really sure what to expect from this game. I will say it's going to be some interesting stuff. But before we put to bed the game versus the Vikings, and before we move fully over to the Detroit game, Ben Johnson did speak on some things yesterday about what he saw and what he thought of when it came to the actual game versus the Vikings. And here was his takeaways, his big takeaways from Sunday or Monday night's loss against the Vikings on Monday Night Football.
Went back, watched the tape, and some good football on tape, but too much inconsistent stuff that popped up that we'll address, we'll clean up, and we'll keep it moving. Effort wasn't an issue. Those guys did a good job playing hard and competed the whole night. But the execution's got to improve, particularly there in the fourth quarter.
No kidding.
Told the players last night that we got a short week and we'll head on to Detroit. So really, they're on their own here today, player day off, and then we're going to go ahead and turn the page here quickly because we got our first road game at hand. But it's a good opportunity for us to really define who we want to be on the road. We kind of talked about that in the preseason against Kansas City and didn't have the results that we were quite looking for.
Fair.
So this would be a good opportunity for us to get deep in our preparation and look to compete for another division opponent. Good news is no one got hurt last night, no injuries of consequence. So that was one bright spot from the game. With that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
Okay, so I like what he said. Yes, everybody gave maximum effort, and everybody was there for it. The maximum effort was so much that guys were tired and winded. So that was the one problem I had. The other problem I had was that not much of a running game that we wanted to see. DeAndre Swift did some things, but we need that big bruising running back. We need somebody who's going to run the football and smash through. That's what a David Montgomery was for the Bears. We need a smasher through. We had three guys that were running the football. We had DeAndre Swift, not a big bruising running back to bust through any kind of line. Did some things, got winded, wasn't pushing through. Kyle Monangai was pretty much invisible. The other guy was DJ Moore, not a bruising running back. Kyle Monangai, not a bruising running back. And the other guy running the football, Caleb Williams, not a guy I want running the football and busting through lines. Not a big bruising guy. He was a guy that did things. I'm still not really comfortable on Caleb Williams when he finishes plays. When he runs with the football, there's no slide. There's no effortlessly going down. There's no avoiding injury. He is kamikazing right through that, and I do not like that. I hope that is something that they can fix. The running back issue, there is no way to fix that right now. That is a Ryan Poles issue. So when we talk about exactly what it is that we want to see happen, Ryan Poles, this is what needs to happen. During this Monday Night Football game, Tank Bigsby from the Jaguars got traded to a non-Bears team. Tank would have been perfect for this offense to bust through. He would have been a great player to go. As far as Caleb Williams is concerned, accuracy. We need to work on the accuracy. We know what happens when when a gameplay breaks up. We know that he can do the fun stuff and he can do things on the run. That's what got him the Heisman Trophy. He was able to bounce around and do things because he was faster and he was stronger than most people in the college game. It doesn't work like that in the NFL. You were gifted Nashawn Wright's pick 6 in that game. He was doing great. The game was cooking, but then when it started really breaking down, the Bears were nowhere to be seen, and J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings figured it out and picked it apart, and that's why we are sitting here at 0-1, not happy with it. And I'm not the only one who's not happy. There was booing going out of the stadium in the Bears. And Ben Johnson, what were your thoughts on that?
I think that's the beauty of this city. They love their sports. I embrace it. That's a big reason why I wanted to come here is because these people care. They want a good product. They're desperate for a winner. And really, we were all frustrated that a game like that, we didn't come away with a win. We certainly had a chance there going into the fourth quarter, and when you walk away with a loss, I think everyone's disappointed.
Yes, disappointed is one word I would give for that. And that is definitely something that I think most of us are, especially after watching that first half into the third quarter. Most Bears fans were pretty happy with what we were watching. I was good with it. We were all watching, and then just to see that complete breakdown afterwards. And we even saw things, like I said, it's a rookie game for Ben Johnson as well. I give you guys a little bit of slack because it's Bears. We feel these things coming. But as far as those boos are concerned, Ben Johnson, I'm glad you think that you love it. It's a city thing. But if you continue to lose, those boos get so loud, you'll lose your job. That's how that works. So you may be enjoying it. You might be saying it's a thrill, which you're probably just saying for the media. And I get that. You don't want to outright say this doesn't look good. But this doesn't look good. A lot of fears that we were talking about in terms of what would happen in the offseason and the training camp, that's all bubbling up stuff. A fear of a running game, the lack of a running game, yes. Offensive line issues, bad. Pre-snap penalties, a lot of false starts. That's not a great look. And the defense, a lot of injuries, a lot of guys not out there, a lot of things that could not patch up, and they were picking through, and guys were tired. That is stuff that needs to get fixed. Now, as far as injuries are concerned, he actually hit the nail on the head with something. At the end of that game, DJ Moore, a little banged up, but looks to be good news as he seems to have avoided an injury after taking a brutal hit and spending time down on the field on Monday night where he just collapsed. Johnson said there was no major issues. The health of Chicago's defensive backs. Also still a major issue. Starters Jalen Johnson, TJ Edwards, and Kyler Gordon all remain question marks heading into week 2, which is not a good thing. Gordon's case was especially puzzling because he appeared on the injury report only a day before the game. And of course, as of last week, Gordon started to feel some tightness, and they put him in an injury report and felt like he wasn't quite ready to go, is what Ben Johnson said. That depth was tested and not great. On Tuesday, the Bears shuffled their practice squad. Safety Trey Flowers was released. Bears signed cornerback Dallas Flowers. From one Flowers to another Flower, a local product from the Oak Park River Forest High School. Flowers has played 23 games with the Colts over the 3 seasons, including 5 starts. And Chicago's first injury report of the week will be released today ahead of Sunday's matchup at Ford Field against the Lions, with the secondary still in flux. All eyes will be on whether Johnson, Edwards, or Gordon can return to this team and add some much-needed depth for this Bears team as they head to the Lions for this weekend's game. Now, as we set the stage, both the Lions and Bears stumble out of gate 1. The Bears collapsed. The Lions got blown the F out by the Green Bay Packers in what was a pretty ugly game. Now they collide at Ford Field, each desperate for their first win and each reeling to try to prove something. The Bears trying to prove that they got the right head coach, that they're going in the right direction, and that things are finally making a switch. The Lions, who have lost both offense and defensive coordinators over the offseason, plus they are banged up as well, are trying to prove that they are still the same Super Bowl contenders that they were before and after Ben Johnson. Right now, the Vegas lines, the Lions are a 6-point favorite at home. The Bears' money line sits at plus 220 and the Lions at under 275. Key trends, the Bears are 1-11 straight up in their last 12 games. They're also 3-10-1 against the spread in 2-week games. And the Lions have covered 13 of their last 20 overall. So stat-wise, not looking great. Detroit is 8-1 straight up versus the NFC North in their last 9. Again, we got some injuries to watch, and we got some things that go on like that. But if you're looking at the Vegas odds predictions, odds makers like Detroit to bounce back, and the trends agree. Expect the Lions to control their home opener and cover the spread. Bears will need it near perfection from Caleb Williams to pull up the upset. Listen, we still don't know what this Bears team is. We still don't know what we got out of these guys. Again, injuries is going to play a major part of it, and that's something that we all have to kind of figure out as we make our way forward in this season. It's a brand new season. It's only week 1, and again, John Madden, the legendary John Madden, the guy who was a commentator, coach, and has his name on the best football game in all video games, said the best thing, and that is this: winning is the best deodorant. If you can win ball games, everybody forgets about the loss. So Ben Johnson, fresh week is on you. We'll continue to monitor injuries and things of that nature. But the kind of coach that you are, can you come back? Can you make the adjustments? Can you learn from mistakes in week 1? Caleb Williams, can you start to be the quarterback that can make real plays. We know what you do when things break down. Can you be that guy? Can anybody step up and get this running game cooking as a way of giving some relief to Caleb Williams? And again, defensive injuries, it'd be nice to see if some of those guys could come back and come back healthy and contribute. That's going to do it for Fan Arch Bears latest. I'm Dan Levy. Thanks again for joining me. The Packers suck. Bear down. We got the Lions this week. Let's just move on forward and focus on that. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll do it again soon. Take care, everybody.